360. A nigga stick her tongue out and catch the rain, and not for you. Even if you filmed it, saved, archived, watch, repeat, buy your faux hair in solidarity, clone type, cream French manicure tips, even if then, not for you. I love you means I do not stick my fingers in your mouth for sap. I place my hand on your wound, and I do not wash off the heat. I let you elaborate. Means I am not malleable to your every whim. Means I measure time with your absence. I hold the abyss. I mean, I love you means some trife shit too, but a nigger stick their tongue out on a train and not at you. Even if they seem like they look at you, they're looking past you. They look at their reflection and see and find a tunnel of kin. Fancy that. Here and there. Hereditary. The dairy-free lineage means they crave dark chocolate and milk, no cows. Means a midnight comes with them. Means they never travel alone. Means they smile suddenly and not at you. I like you means I hold your gaze like porcelain. I rock the boat to make us both laugh at what might be our wet doom. I flare a nostril and flame out with you, sis. Means I never forget, even when it's clear I have. Means you live somewhere subcortical, like in my gall, my bladder, in the valleys of my villi. Means, bitch, don't worry if that conversation was never .docx saved as into me. What mattered most was your temperature as we squeeze goodnight. A nigga stick his tongue out and still has a brain. And not by you. Even if you poured hot scholarships down his chest and asked his ass to fit into uniform khaki with a belt and collared shirts for the donor's dinner, he can sit by himself, sullen, strategizing how to make all institutions brown-skinned. He will sit by himself and not by you. I hold you means I have all I got, so as to share a taste. I have idle talks with your heartbeat while I sleep and while you sleep. Means I write you down even when you don't feel me up. I write you loud and on the bottoms of my feet.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I want to invite everyone who identifies as a person of color to sit in one of these ironically white chairs. So you have a chance right now to get a better seat if you want one. Maybe 5 minutes. I want to introduce the folks who are going to be reading you some of my poems today. There's my mother, First and foremost, Shay Jones de Leon right up on the balcony there. She can get some applause. That's great if you want to applaud her. Thank you. There's Chibueze Crouch, roommate, old friend, about 10 years now. Above me is Carrie. Is it Carrie Martha? Okay, Carrie Martha over here. Local, poet, photographer. Over by the mirror, Dia Flood. Pink hat, new friends, but also old friend in a way. And also a photographer and a poet in our own right. In my hair right now is Kalima Amilak, a roommate, photographer. What else are you, Kalima?
What else am I? I'm just multi-dimensional, that's all.
That's true, as we all. And last but not least, Miss Monica Hastings Smith on the drums and percussion with the first poem. So just getting our credits out of the way. So we're gonna be reading you poems all 2 hours that we're here, but don't feel like you're stuck in your audience banks. Like I said, there's seats here for POC at any time. You can sit here if you'd like to. And I'm Gabriel Christian, just for some context. Hi, Amelia. This is not a performance. This is not a piece. This is not a presentation. So don't feel like you gotta just watch me like I'm some movie or something. Otherwise, I appreciate y'all being here. Feel free to use the bathroom. Don't feel afraid. I won't call you out. And we'll be starting with the next one in about 3 minutes. Just so you know, we're running on CP time here, so that's why things may take longer than they seem. Thank you. I guess my last note. Rather than not adding me, you're welcome to add me anytime. It's gender juicy. Feel free to add me this whole 2 hours, but after that, don't add me, please. Okay, thank you. Two.
Let's let the kinks out. Take the tools out the shed. Yet keep those kinks in, charcoal angels. May the scalp stay a thicket. Curls and fetishes creamy. Playing division where the ass slaps are in time with the baseline while your leave-in conditioner leaves the naps limp. High sighs above the IKEA comforter. Leafing through my life, I must say, I've been pretty twink. Minus the white, so perhaps closer to Tinkerbell. Tight, black, and into no kink. But assumed with gender, we are born into our objectives, our adjectives, until we educate. Almost 30, so choke me a little. Talk 30 to me. Chew on my cheek. I'm black now. Black, loose, and altogether kinky tonight. And for fortnights forward, where rope was a weapon, now let it be the foreplay. I seize my neck with your hands. I place my faith in our furrow, where it has always belonged. Replace respectability with restraints. I ask who taught me that simple horizontal pumps was pleasure? Who taught me nausea at black holes? The trickster keeping toys in his chest. No, not him. He dragged my eyes from textbooks to search engines, preteen plummeting into the web and surviving the spider, which means I've seen it all.
That's it.
Which means I've seen it all and done a 10th. And you? What holds you back? Why not the real leash? Everyone out here poly or pan or protosexual. 21st century. Licking the lips used to be the epitome of libido. Marvin Gaye. Now it's hooks and knots and chains, triads, group play, or hasn't it always been? The hedonist has a hold on the horizon, the same one we watch with a longing, and yet has always been wrapped around our waists.
I'm not the poet. I'm not the poet, I'm the lung. 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 I'm not the poet, I'm not the poet, I'm not the poet, I'm the I'm not the poet. I shot the sheriff. I'm not the poet. I'm not the poet. I'm the lung. I'm not the poet. I'm the lung. I'm not the poet. I'm the lung. I'm not the poet. Bless you. I'm not the lung. I'm not the poet. I'm the poet. I'm not the poet. I'm the lung. I'm the poet. I'm the poet. I'm not the poet. I'm the lung. I'm not the poet. I'm not the poet. I'm the not. I'm not the poet. The lung. I'm not the poet. I'm the lung. I'm not a poet. 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 You could throw some more stuff on the stage. I guess we have time for an announcement. Maybe some of you don't know, but today is Trans Day of Visibility. I just want to take a moment of silence, maybe 4 minutes of silence, to remember. I mean, it's not to remember. There's also a day of remembrance, which is November, but this is a chance for us to witness, perhaps, but also maybe it's not important to be seen. Maybe being seen is actually more dangerous for trans folks. My pronouns are they, them. I identify as non-binary. I feel pretty safe in my body, but not everyone does. Again, thank you for your attention. 3 minutes to go of silence. Three.
309. I'm back and forth. I'm back and have forgotten how to write. The fennel grows high. This is a forgotten altar. This is a neglect. I am holding no grudges. My room, a crystalline icebox. My inbox damp, heavy. If there were ever a time to be reborn, has it passed? Our threshold crossed past the housacon into some extinction. The fennel grows high, holding a fragrant seance, holding a kickback, with hoary stalks and cat piss for a skirt. Has it been a full year? My skin to skin while candles burnt. How have you been? Are your sutures still in? I have fingernails long enough to scratch the moon. I have catastrophe in my throat. I have guilt, infected eyes, no new markings. How have you been? This smooth cavern of a year, this smoky lip, this flu season. I have been missing your news. I have been scrolling. Is that touch? I am no collapsing timber, no burning bush. I am missing you, even at your closest. I am back and forth, the tremble of a heart in earnest beating sorries at you. The brunette fennel bending now, the hummingbirds lost to some brighter garden. I'm holding no real grudges, just the brittlest ones. When is too late to kiss? I wait for the laugh, the teeth to show. That is an invitation I heard. How bent have you been? Grief sets the bones, autographs the wet cement. I know. I may have dry cheeks, but always wet eyes. The autumn sparrows do not know their own weight. The fennel bent now and genuflecting. Fragrance. I'm back with the guilt again, with the teeth, catching some contagious rage. How have I been? Yes, sure. I am happy.
Chibwezi, that was lovely. Can we hear that again? Louder this time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm back and forth. I'm back and have forgotten how to write. The fennel grows high. This is a forgotten altar. This is a neglect. I'm holding no grudges. My room, a crystalline icebox. My inbox damp, heavy. If there were ever a time to be reborn, has it passed? Our threshold crossed past the housacon into some extinction. The fennel grows high, holding a fragrant seance, holding a kickback, with hoary stalks and cat piss for a skirt. Has it been a full year? My skin to skin while candles burnt. How have you been? Are your sutures still in? I have fingernails long enough to scratch the moon. I have catastrophe in my throat. I have guilt, infected eyes, no new markings. How have you been? This smooth cavern of a year, this smoky lip, this flu season. I have been missing your news. I have been scrolling. Is that touch? I have no collapsing timber, no burning bush. I am missing you, even at your closest. I am back and forth, the tremble of a heart in earnest, beating sorries at you. The brunette fennel bending now, the hummingbirds lost to some brighter garden. I'm holding no real grudges, just the brittlest ones. When is too late to kiss? I wait for the laugh, the teeth to show. That is an invitation I heard. How bent have you been? Grief sets the bones, autographs the wet cement. I know I may have dry cheeks, but always wet eyes. The autumn sparrows do not know their own weight. The fennel bent now and genuflecting. Fragrance. I'm back with the guilt again, with the teeth, catching some contagious rage. How have I been? Yes, sure, I am happy.
I'm back and forth. I'm back and have forgotten how to write. The fennel grows high. This a forgotten altar. This a neglect. I'm holding no grudges. My room a crystalline icebox. My inbox damp, heavy. If there were ever a time to be reborn, has it passed? Our threshold crossed past the halcyon into some extinction. The fennel grows high, holding a fragrant seance, holding a kickback, with hoary stalks and cat piss for a skirt. Has it been a full year? My skin to skin while candles burnt? How have you been? Are your sutures still in? I have fingernails long enough to scratch the moon. I have catastrophe in my throat. I have guilt, infected eyes. No new markings. How have you been? This smooth cavern of a year, this smoky lip, this flu season. I have been missing your news. I have been scrolling. Is that touch? I am no collapsing timber, no burning bush. I am missing you. Even at your closest, I am back and forth, the tremble of a heart in earnest beating sorries at you. The brunette fennel bending now, the hummingbirds lost to some brighter garden. I'm holding no real grudges, just the brittlest ones. When is too late to kiss? I wait for the laugh, the teeth, the show that is an invitation. I heard, how bent have you been? Grief sets the bones, autographs the wet cement. I know. I may have dry cheeks, but always wet eyes. The autumn sparrows do not know their own weight. The fennel bent now and genuflecting, fragrance. I'm back with the guilt again, with the teeth catching some contagious rage. How have I been? Yes, sure, I am happy.
The womb is a mother. The womb is a bother. The womb is a brew house. The womb is a boneyard. The womb is a hadron collider. The womb is a soup bowl. The womb is a soul pocket. The womb is a sock puppet. A sock puppet. The womb is a sport. The womb is a phoenix. The womb is a fence. The womb is a fact. The womb warns me. The womb wants me. The womb is a free agent. The womb is a fresh debt. The womb is a tax collector. The womb is the first fragrance. The womb is none of your business. The womb is irrelevant. The womb is mine. The womb is mind. The womb is a mind. The womb isn't me. It was me. It wants me. It woes me.
How to be a mother. Hard to imagine holding, fall in, then letting fall out. A womb is mostly autumnal, I think. I've been evicted since, and scraped homes together like cells on the Petri. The room's always square, sebaceous, a molding, a bed I sleep into. Like a thermometer, featherweight, nauseas. Lately, bodies make me so ill with deconstruction. What exactly do you smudge? What exactly in you do I smudge on me? Which chemical to make me mercy, make me miss you with a mouthful of soil? Is it motherhood? How dumb that my body is specialized for injections and not cellular reception. When this will end, imagine the eager ruins of us. Teeth to be stone, bones to be glass, glass to be wind, all left a little bit apart and alone.
The womb is a mother. The womb is a bother. The womb is a brew house. The womb is a hadron collider. The womb is a soup bowl. The womb is a soul pocket. The womb is a sock puppet. The womb is a sport. The womb is a phoenix. The womb is a fence. The womb is a fact. The womb warns me. The womb wants me. The womb is a free agent. The womb is a fresh debt. The womb is a tax collector. The womb is the first fragrance. The womb is none of your business. The womb is irrelevant. The womb is mine. The womb is mind. The womb is a mind. The womb isn't me. It was me. It wants me. It woes me.
Queer persons fantasize about home too, boo-boo. No floors, just stories, and the whole house a closet. Watch your step. You might find an octopus out the fish tank, breaking loose to raid the pantry. In the meantime, invite your most trusted. The doorbell doesn't work because the door is wide open. Drawbridge down and moat full of rosé. Not store-bought, just a mix of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. Did you call them yet? Yes, your friends? Good. They feature prominently in my fantasies. When they come, we will all hold constant consent seances, see what queer elders have to say. Most of the time, we got the green light, but you can never be too careful. This room is all Marley. And that is all mattress. This room is all Marley, and that is all mattress. Swerve in time, and you might find the sauna. And yes, clothing optional. The whole house, sweetie. You shouldn't have to ask. If you get tired of this interiority complex, step outside. We own none of it, but it is on loan, on borrow for generations. Indigenous folks out here on the daily as far as the eye will look. We all co-parent a garden. All this, yes, no need for fences or blocks, hedges, street names. There is a porch, though. Perpetual, amazing, right? We paid for this place with our attention. Deep empathy, charisma, vernacular. Look there, the girls are practicing on the pier. That lake we purified. And there by the bushes, brujes kissing vates. Behind them, our nursery, run by the children for the children. You need a spot to camp or to crash, you said? Well, we are sex positive, sustainable, and sovereign. We can teach you how to build an annex or our bed is big enough. If you need privacy, though, there's this ladder. Up there, the loft where you can introvert. There's internet access, of course, a vlogging station. Though if you really need to vent, our amphitheater might be the plug. Guaranteed audience with a restorative justice fire pit built in. How did we finish this in time? Well, we didn't. We never planned to. A queer home must needs stay under construction to survive. How you doing, Carrie? Thanks for doing that. Appreciate you. You. You might miss me with my bullshit, but you don't have to miss me with yours.
Let
it
come
down the chute.
I will not
Not
promise
my mouth
will be
open,
but
it
may
may
pull
pull
around the
the
skin
skin
of
of
my
my
lips,
lips,
pull
around
my feet. Gross,
right?
But
as
as
I make
more
more
and
and more love,
as
as
I
I
make
make
more
and more love,
I start
I start
to
to
let
let
go
go
of
of
disgust.
disgust.
You come as you are,
You come as you are,
here
here
into
my
my arms.
arms.
All that grosses
All that grosses
is not a gag.
is not a gag.
I have my walls,
I have my walls, and they hold against all the shit that will not serve me.
nor
Nor serve you to have me hold. Nor serve you to have me hold.
while the moon
wanes
and sways.
and sways. While the moon
Watch,
wanes and
while
sways.
the moon wanes and
The
sways.
moon wanes and sways.
Watch
that shit. That shit. Leave.
Chiaroscuro
Chiaroscuro
marks
in the
cement.
cement.
Watch the tacky words.
Words. Watch the tacky words.
Fill
Fill the cracks
like
grout.
I tell you, there was
a time when
I
detected
rat
droppings
in
the kitchen. There was a time I detected rat droppings in the kitchen. And
I was
afraid
to let my acne show. I tell you, this fear is boring. Not inconsequential, not unwarranted, not invalid, but boring. Let the Grass.
Grass, let the grass.
Grass.
Grass. Grass. Let the grass.
Rats.
Let the grass.
Rats.
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 Let the rats.
Rats.
Let the rats. Let the rats. Run. Wild.
Perhaps.
And
It
was
their world
worlds first. Perhaps it was their world first. Let us move freely.
Believe that
even the most mundane objects have their needs too. For consent and care.
Play.
Play with all matter as if precious vase, as if precious vase. Play with all matter as if precious vase.
Are you remembering
Are you remembering
this poem?
this poem? No.
Even the shit
Even the shit
I
I
shit
should,
you
I shit you
not.
not. Even the shit.
Even the shit. Leave
Leave
it
it
in
in
the
the
soil
soil and watch
a
forest sprout. Huh?
Am I grown now?
Am I grown now?
My
My
beard
beard
untrimmed.
untrimmed.
My ears often waxy. My eyes red as the
slightest dust.
Am
I grown yet?
Well,
I hold the thunder under my tongue. And laugh with yellow teeth and hold your feet under my palm easier than a year ago. I frequent my dreams and latch on like a leech. And so hit me with your bullshit. My tower won't fall. Even as your tongue does flat on the floor, deflated. Objects in mirror may appear closer than they are. Objects, may they appear closer? They are closer. They may appear. May they appear objects? May they appear closer in mirror. Objects are closer in mirror. Objects are mirror. Objects in mirror are objects closer than they are. Mirror appears in mirror. They are closer than objects. They are objects closer than mirror, closer than objects. They are mirror and objects. They mirror objects. They mirror closer than they are. Mirror objects. Mirror. Are they objects? Are they closer? In objects are objects, closer in mirror than objects. May they appear objects.
$269. Facial recognition software. I want to ask you about the mirror. The last time it saw you, were you a parody? What did you give it? Complex brow, thick lip, blown cheek? Did you scowl? And like, be honest. Are you more conqueror or complex brow? Oh, excuse me. Are you more conqueror or prosper? There is no wrong unless they, the mirror, and you are asking, does he have asthma or something? Does he? When you coughs, is he covering your mouth or have asthma or something? Or the mirror in the spittle, barely detected, contagious. What exactly is the spit carrying? I had asthma, I know, typical. And now I don't, unless, well, you know, I'm puffing. On a what? That might be TMI for you. But back to you. What are you flexing and what exactly? The neck or where the neck meets the chest. Am I wrong? This is where you carry all of it. Even the spit, even if it's harmless. Below the cheekbone, riding the jaw, your ducts. Did you know how much water is in you? And sweat. After arm day, how many volumes of it are you producing? Enough to salt a Happy Meal? Good. Yes, take your time. These are hard ones, hardly obvious. There is a calculator on your phone if you need one. Or, there's always Google. Like the number. There's always an anonymous figure. There's even always. Brush it with your teeth. Always. Calculations finished? Selfie took? Good.
Thanks for your patience, everyone, or your witnessing, or whatever you want to call it. This is the part where I ask black folks what they need. So I'm going to start with my mother. Say it one more time.
I need a world of peace, which may be too much for this space, but we can at least start this space toward that.
So can we all say world of peace on three? 3, 2, 1. World of peace. Thank you. Kalima's next.
Okay. There's a lot of things I need, but one thing I'd really like right now, really need right now, is there's like a place across the street that sells bubble tea. I would really love some bubble tea. I've been craving it for a few days now. So I heard that the piece won't continue until we get what we need. So I really would need some bubble tea. That's all I need. Ooh, like a rose flavor if they have it. If they don't have it, like anything like Thai iced tea or like coffee. Yeah, thank you.
Oh dear. If someone can get me a Philly roll from CU Sushi across the street, or the avocado roll, I love you.
I'm gonna go ahead and say what I need would be to see folks dropping money for everyone in the performance, because that's something I need, is to see my folks and my family doing well. So maybe we can all write, you know, if you got cash, you could throw it. You could just make it rain, you know. Or we can write down our Venmos and all that stuff. So maybe during this little intermission while we're waiting for that boba and sushi, yeah, you can come down and catch those Venmo.
I have Cash App and Venmo, just so you know.
PayPal.
This may seem strange, but I was thinking that what I need is space and protected space, and I would like to not be approached after the show by anybody that I don't already know to talk about it or debrief about it or say thank you or anything. I would like to request that. Thank you. And I want all my folks to get their stuff too.
Money in their food. Did someone get the is boba tea being retrieved? Just was curious. Okay.
I just need somebody with like acrylic nails or like gels to come scratch my back right in the middle where I can't reach it. Somebody with fake nails. Like, yeah, just get it. Thank you.
Is that everyone? Sorry, mother. So do you feel... So we have some back scratching. We have world peace chants. Venmo's gonna go right here. I guess we can wait for the bubble tea. You can talk to your friends. You can read some poems. Go to the bathroom. You can go if it's feeling overwhelming or boring. You can toss money, toss dollar bills. Bless you. Those can all go in the tambourine, maybe. Then we'll split those. Thank you very much. You can... Yes, we have about... Well, bubble tea time. We're on bubble tea time now. Not even CP time. We're on bubble tea time, so... Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, blessings. Thank you, 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 blessings. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, 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 blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, blessings. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Give thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Bless
thank
it, bless
you,
it, bless it.
thank
Give thanks.
you.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
There are some more poems, in case you're wondering. Y'all are like, what is happening right now? I think it's important, especially for black performers, to get a chance to ask for what they need all the time, every time. So that's what this is. Simple, plain. I appreciate those who have stayed. I saw some folks have to go. It's all good. I don't take it personally. If you need to go, if you got to go to the bathroom, if you got to catch a bus, like, we will talk another time. Don't even worry about it. But I'm happy that you're still here. So, your bubble tea, 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 your bubble tea is your bubble tea, your bubble tea, your bubble tea is ba 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 ba. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, your bubble tea is coming. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, your bubble tea is coming. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, your bubble tea is coming. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, your bubble tea is coming. Ba 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 ba. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, your bubble tea is shake 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 shake. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, your bubble tea is coming. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, her bubble tea is coming. Your bubble tea, your bubble tea, her bubble tea is coming. Her bubble tea, her bubble tea, her bubble tea is coming. Her bubble tea, my 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 bubble tea, bubble tea, my bubble tea, bubble tea, my bubble tea, my bubble tea, my bubble tea, bubble tea, my bubble tea, my bubble tea. Her bubble tea, her bubble tea, her bubble tea is coming. Her bubble tea, her bubble tea, her bubble tea is coming. Her bubble tea, her bubble tea, her bubble tea, my bubble tea, her bubble tea, my bubble tea, her bubble tea is coming. Bubble tea, 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 vampa, vampa, bubble 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 up, bubble tea, bubble tea, bubble tea, bubble tea, bubble vampa. Hey. Well, you know, I'm going to.
I still don't see the bubble tea game.
You know, I have a.
But I think it's coming.
I have faith.
I
Okay,
think too.
it's time for. I have a volunteer, please. Derek! Please come on down. I need you to stand right here and read 341. Thank you for volunteering.
341. There's a ministry in touch. Fingerprint gospel. Can the church say, A man has never been God, nor an island, an answer, mostly annihilation. Yet my, how the hairy chest sends the twink on a tailspin. Rough me up, then pull a Bible out the nightstand. But no, be bored of the frequency of desire. It may as well be castration. Chop a little focus off the day, spend it palpitating a notion. Bodies in heat, bodies feet deep in musk. But the must is never man, simply touch me. Touch me, touch me. Most of the rage coos, touch me. The shudder of centuries, touch me. Snow cold shoulder, touch me. Gloves are off, touch me. With free will and consequence and consent. A man has never been God as recitative. A man has never been God as enema. A man will never be God as hex. But there is a ministry in touch, heavy pet, long stroke, mechanoreceptors on fleek, hip bump, necking, tear the skin, stretch, mark, smother, grab, grip, grin, amen. Unless touch becomes take, becomes toxic. Take me, take me, take me, take off. Niceties shed, leave a body like snakeskin. Take me. Pour milk, eggs, butter, sugar, bowl, and whisked now pound cake. Bruised, battered, betrayed. Nothing taken but my pride. A man has never been God as recitative. A man has never been God as enema. A man will never be God as hex. I will be touched, all angles, I ask, by an angel. This now, no prayer, but demand. I deem all other touch demonic, hands off. Dusty palm can pat itself down. No trespassing. I will be touched. Full-throated and full-thronged. No man needed bear a different mantle, your ribbons pink and blue. This touch a hue, like purple. Leave the nibble mark next to my nipple, friend. I am porous for touch prophets. Those with sermons stored near the semen, fluid friend. Partner, touch me, I'll fall apart. Revelations. I will be touched. And so will you.
There's still no bubble tea?
I think it's still coming. I don't know. I know the person. Yeah, I saw two people
It's
leave,
in
so
queue.
I think the sushi and the bubble tea are
Oh,
coming.
sushi's a big. Oh, you're sitting here?
It's a cue.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. It's also.
I think it's coming.
Lust is something like a smoke. Smoke is something like a stream. Stream is something like a bleed. And bleed is something like a wave. Wave is something like a peak. Peak is something like a crown. Crown is something like a mask. Mask is something like a face. Face is something like a hole. Hole is something like a space. But space is nothing like a cuddle. Cuddle is nothing like a slap. Slap is nothing like a bite. Bite is nothing like a kiss. Kiss is nothing like a pillow. Pillow is nothing like a stone. Stone is nothing like a fire. Fire is nothing like a photo. Photo is nothing like a wink. Wink is nothing like a shout. And shout is nothing like lust.
I danced my father out in the fields, or for him. I danced him out and dragged him there. No reply. I volunteered myself into a hole today. In the hole there was a snake to save, I thought. It somehow found an exit in the dirt. The hole was so deep, so I looked up. That sky was there. Again, that sky was there. I looked down again, a cricket this time. The cricket looks broken, like a cartoon clock with its springs loose. I climbed on up out the hole, the 10-foot hole or 8. I had to squat to feel consumed, and now I'm out. The wind sound imminent like a crowd. I walk back to the place I sleep. At this point, I'm still not high. I walk back with the camera, the broken one, not on the path with shit, the other one. Ahead of me, the cricket scattered, not broken, not even related. The color of the dry, the crooked field, now home. I took some chocolate made with shrooms. The hole lost depth. I sat beneath the canopy. The fog had gone, nothing clearer than that sky. The dust came out. This was the end. The dust came out, the moon a sickle, the dirt still on the heel. I think my father is a fraud. I think I knew. I danced him out. A dance cannot be fraudulent.
Thank you so much for getting it. I'll get the big one. I'll just say thank you so much for getting it. Oh. That was good. Are you gonna eat one? Yeah, you should share. Yeah.
Mother, father, mirror, lover, cheater, brother.
The challenge, of course, to write a poem about a mother, my mother, this poem.
So let that go. It is not about, nor for.
No far from it.
No, far from for.
No, far from for. It is, as all my movements, an echo, and thus with.
Nor is it poem, nor is it mother. Hark!
Blonde wood arc in a she, this inherited skin, sin, and melanin.
Figure A figure with the silhouette of survival. Golden girl, Sky Jonesing.
Figure B, a womb, a pot of boiling water, a spill, another pour.
Figure C, arbitrary calls to talk in circle. They are arbitrary, are they not? But what is this in that voice? A pang as loud as a coast at night, as a tall trunk trapped in the gusts. The words like strobes, like strictures, like scriptures, like scrubbing the side of the tub, an unnecessary action. Just use water rather than that rag. But the phone call drags along and finds love like dimes in its pockets, and the like. Its ilk is foreign in its pockets and the like. Its ilk foreign currency from all this travel, liras and obsolete francs, pesos and euros. So many now that transatlantic is the route but this time above high away from salt and shrieks. The echoes, this is a black woman who has let her womb walk the earth and now trails the truth of her 66 years amongst cumulus clouds. How about that weather, the impossibility of forecast, the time to hang up the phone has finally arrived, one thing, how her heart is crushed by them flying solo, and so much as holding the keys to a third floor suite is so the solace of her self-named fortress of solitude. Oh, but I am late to this next thing, Mom, this rehearsal. Let us talk tonight. Click.
It is tonight, and I have written with her again because nothing is as inescapable as with. And why would I ever want to?
Thank you. Okay.
The bricks of my house are black women arranged in burst pattern or V formation like geese. They break the headwind and soak up the storms that thrill the chaser, but are really daily nuisances to a single mother. She had a stroke the day I was to move back home from college. No, I did not want to swallow bitter pills, yet no, I brought friends home to pretend she was upright, flawless, but the brick can dust too. She did not tantrum at me as she could have, or should have, or would have, as sons and daughters wish mothers to do so. They may shrug the heat away, go grab an iced coffee, and bleach the ends. No, she closed the door to her room. Enough of a response. I have an incredible aunt made of stainless steel. No blood flows in sync, except for far back, perhaps, the first ancestor to erect themselves and warm their chin by fire. That is the magic of chosen family. The verisimilitude, the myths we manifest to explain cohesion. In our case, we are Aquarians, and so I molded my aster off of her chart. And when young, followed her and her sister and my other cousin around like an ugly duckling. They were swans, of course, to fit the analogy, and black swans to drag it even further into the zeitgeist. Dancers, fitness models, actresses, black femininity becomes a gloss to the young black queer who wants long hair. Well, I still follow the scheme, these sisters, now healers, yoga teachers, and me, knee-deep in adoration of the Vedas, or at least yamas and niyamas, the alacrity of nature and the breath. I am still free-diving after black women who are elders, every savasana another submersion into some cosmic humility or fresh water source. My mom used to let me have no pet but fish, but I was a tactile child, as probably every born creature is, and spent most of their aquatic lives holding them between thumb and palm above the mouth of their tank, as if to test survival instinct tactics. I remember the orange and white one we had to eventually flush. Before that, even there, was the old golden retriever at my grandmother's house, who lost its teeth by the basement and died days later.
A pet's death feels like a rehearsal for the louder ones, the ones that sneak the elders away at night. I had a few things empty their souls out of my home, including a water dragon, some frogs, a ferret, and 2 cats, who, as of this sentence, must be husks, even though I never saw them leave my mom, decidedly over the stench of cat litter by the front door. My teenage bedroom, still powdered to this day, dusty, as if mausoleum or installation at PS1 or Blizzard. This bedroom, the master bedroom in the apartment, how much my mom is alchemist, converting her sadness into my joys, and how impossible to return the favor. What gesture could flip this script gracefully? Apart from buying into American myth, suffering for standard wages so I can buy her a beach condo near a golf course. My cousin Tori used to have a collection of Barbies, mainly white, on the 2nd floor of my grandmother's house. I played with them far more than her, used to strip them thinking I could decode sexuality with plastic groins, but more often used to lead them through egregiously gorgeous lives with convertibles.
Anchored to the coast, their skin taut and buoyant as ice flow. Maybe Ken was black in her collection. My memory fools me into hoping so it might explain the Afro-Eurocentricity of my desire, how mixed boys make me swarm like sandflies to the thigh, or those little green dinosaurs in Jurassic Park to the flesh, this urge also inherited from black women in my line, how my mom hummed when recalling her younger sister's crushes on light-skinned men, or her first husband, or my dad, her second. What a bummer, reserving husky whispers for their ears. I have yet to love a man much darker than me. My grandmother Ruby, who I called Noni, was adopted after her mom passed and was quite pale, married to a man dark like an oil slick, and I remember only select moments of her, a strong hand pulling me away from danger, or at a bank teller, or upchucking out of a cab near Central Park, so much uprooted that she lost her body within weeks. I think she loved me as a precious addition, though Mom left her home at 16 and had never reconciled this escape.
So a son cannot help but assume the tension carries over through the womb, inelastic, umbilical. Again, I cannot shake the fact that I was once a cell inside of Mom's embryo, inside of her belly, so some echo of her voice must shake me away from danger, or else make me shiver when thick in a thought of disaster. Who is the black woman in me? She will not name herself. Her wrist is sea glass, I know, and her lip plump, and her womb sanded over, replaced with new plumbing. I think how lucky that a woman does not necessarily come out her sex cells, but bleeds them out. The event is monitored. Where in this body of mine this factory orgasm lives on a conveyor belt? I imagine it rather goofily, like a man in a chicken coop holding too many eggs in his arms and letting some splat on the wooden slats time to make room for more. I think I needed a twin sister. This may have tempered how much me I needed to be. Perhaps we would have conspired like the ancestors on strategies of seduction I would have held deep.
In a lover's mind for longer with her help, and I tell her what a born boy's mind when his lip is bit, this would have been a force to contend with, the earthquake and aftershock. She would call me the nights when I fucked it all up again, too eager for him to push into me. She would tell me to play it cool, find an outfit and a nice song to play on repeat, that I would know all the words to next time, that I could teach him next time he was close. My first black female friends were surprisingly late in the timeline, whose names escaped me, I bet because I blocked them out. Back then, I would chase around little white girls because we were 2 blocks from the Met, and all the art made it seem like that was the target, of course. I know one's name was like Zakia, and I remember this because of a note she passed me, or a whisper, something letting me know she had a crush during our childish games. We spent plotting ways to troublemaker. The only one I was busted for being a break-in.
To sit and fake drive a teacher's gray car, parked that day on the asphalt, they shrugged off any culpability. I was gullible and followed their instructions and was caught within seconds and had my first attention, I think. That's when our games and crushes stopped for good. And then there are the present-day black femmes who open up a horizon daily like the sunrise and hold all the bioluminescent words. The black women in my life are both the bricks in the house of goddess and goddesses herself. They are inextricable, the place of worship and the worshipped. Without one, the other ceases functionality. Every black woman being brick and mortar and immortal. I remember when I first heard the Commodore's brick house. I asked Mom's boyfriend at the time what it meant to be a brick house, and mighty, he was a retired fireman, so maybe I thought he'd know best, and told me he'd tell me when I was older, the kind of statement that a kid irrigates until the right time to harvest. I don't know this man now, or where to find him, except that he's a Michael and he still owes me an explanation.
Did not forget you. The harvest did not forget you. The harvest did not forget you. The harvest did not forget you.
Be left to be a seed.
You may be left to be a seed. You may be left to be a seed. You may be left to be a seed. You may be left to be a seed.
You may be asked to nourish now.
You may be asked to nourish now. You may be asked to nourish now. You may be asked to nourish now. You may be asked to nourish now.
To root before you wanted to.
To root before you wanted to. To root before you wanted to. To root before you wanted to. To root before you wanted to.
To stay interred beyond your youth.
To stay interred beyond your youth. To stay interned beyond your youth. To stay interned beyond your youth. To stay interned beyond your youth.
The harvest did not forget you.
The harvest did not forget you. The harvest did not forget you. The harvest did not forget you. The harvest did not forget you.
You are not lost. 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 You are not lost.
You are not lost. You are not lost. You are not lost. You are not lost. You are not lost. You are not lost. You
are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not loved. You are not
I wasn't gonna bow, but I just want to give these folks a chance to just get some love from y'all too before we go. Again, Kalima Amilak. Dia Flood. Carrie Martha. My mother, Shay Jones de Leon. Chibweze Crouch over here. Woo! Miss Monica Hastings Smith. Wow! And I'm Gabriel Christian. Thank you very much. Early, I'm just gonna play some Solange.
Because, you know, it's that kind of thing. I don't want you to try the bubble. The bubble. Looking at that.
Yeah, so just wanted to say that thank you for coming. This is part of a monthly series called Black Life that is curated by myself, Chika, and Ryanaustin. And there's a little bit of info here. If you want to know about the events every month, I will send you one email a month. And there are flyers if you want to take a flyer to commemorate your presence here at this miraculous event. We have them for today's event and for the next couple months and some other things going on. So that's that.
That's it. Yeah. Sign up. Thank you so much. Listen to Solange.